Captain, before we step onto this route and reward island, tell me, what does carrot make you feel when it means the orange root vegetable? Something offered as a reward to encourage action, and a tempting benefit used to persuade someone gently? Meaning 1. An orange root vegetable that grows in the ground. Used for the long, crunchy vegetable often eaten raw or cooked. Example, she chopped a fresh carrot for the evening soup. Common use, carrot soup, raw carrot, carrot cake.
Chop the carrot.
Meaning 2. Something offered as a reward to encourage action. Used in a figurative way for a prize, benefit, or positive offer that makes people want to cooperate. Example, the captain used a small reward as a carrot to motivate the crew. Common use, offer a carrot, carrot and stick, use a carrot.
Carrot for a effort.
Meaning 3. A tempting benefit used to persuade someone gently. Used for an attractive promise or advantage meant to guide someone toward a choice. Example, free passage to the next island was the carrot in the harbor deal. Common use, dangle a carrot, tempting carrot, carrot in the deal.
Tempting carrot offer.
Carrot most commonly means the vegetable, but in figurative English, it often means a reward or tempting benefit used to influence behavior. This figurative meaning is especially common in expressions like carrot and stick, where the carrot is the positive reward. The context shows whether carrot is food, motivation, or persuasion. Read both the meal and the motive, Captain. Carry carrot for the bright root that feeds the body, for the reward that encourages better action, and for the tempting promise that gently pulls a choice in one direction as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this protection and reaching island, tell me, what does cover make you feel when it means to place something over another thing, to include or deal with a subject or distance, and to protect or hide someone or something from danger or sight? Meaning 1. To place something over another thing. Used when one thing lies on top of another to protect, hide, or close it. Example, they covered the supplies with heavy cloth before the rain arrived. Common use, cover the table, cover with a blanket, cover the food.
Cover the supplies.
Meaning 2. To include, deal with, or travel across something. Used when a talk, book, report, or journey includes a subject, area, or distance. Example, the map covers every island route from the harbor to the outer sea. Common use. Cover a topic. Cover the distance. Cover the news.
Cover every route.
Meaning 3. To protect, support, or hide someone or something from danger or sight. Used when one person helps keep another safe, or when something is hidden from view. Example: the rocks covered the small boat from the worst of the wind. Common use: cover someone, take cover, cover from sight.
Take cover here.
Cover is a very flexible word in English. It can mean putting one thing over another, including a subject or distance, or protecting and hiding. In many situations, the central idea is similar. Cover creates reach, protection, or control over something. Read the layer, the range, and the shelter well, Captain. Carry cover for what lies over and protects for what includes the full ground of a subject or journey, and for the safety that hides and guards what matters as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this message and connection island, tell me, what does communication make you feel when it means the act of sharing information, the systems or methods used to send messages, and the understanding created when people truly connect through words or signals? Meaning 1. The act of sharing information, thoughts, or feelings. Used for speaking, writing, signaling, or any way people pass meaning to one another. Example: clear communication kept the crew calm during the storm. Common use: good communication, clear communication, communication skills. Meaning 2. The systems, tools, or methods used to send messages used for radios, phones, networks, letters, and other ways messages move across distance. Example: the harbor's communication system failed during the heavy rain. Common use: communication system, communication device, communication network.
Communication system.
Meaning 3. The understanding and connection created between people. Used for the deeper result of successful sharing when people truly understand each other. Example: honest communication rebuilt trust between the two teams. Common use: open communication, strong communication, improve communication.
Exaktien, mijn communication, het gleiers besten test. Open communication builds trust.
Communication can mean the act of sending meaning, the tools that carry messages, or the human understanding that grows from successful exchange. It is a wide and powerful word because it includes both the process and the result. Guard every message and every meaning, Captain. carry communication for the act of sharing what matters, for the systems that carry voices across distance, and for the trust that grows when people truly understand one another as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this desk and duty island, tell me, what does clerk make you feel when it means an office or shop worker who handles records or sales? A person who does official writing or administrative tasks, and in some formal settings, a church-related officer or learned religious worker. Meaning 1. An office or shop worker who handles records, papers, or sales. Used for someone working at a desk, counter, or office, helping with forms, money, or customer needs. Example: the harbor clerk checked the travel papers before departure. Common use: shop clerk, office clerk, desk clerk.
Harbor clerk.
Meaning 2. A person who does official writing, filing, or administrative work. Used for someone whose role is to keep records, prepare documents, and support formal work. Example: the court clerk recorded every detail of the morning meeting. Common use: file clerk, court clerk, records clerk.
Clerk records file.
Meaning 3. In formal or older settings, a church officer or learned religious worker. Used in historical, formal, or church-related language for a religious office holder or educated church worker. Example: the old village clerk rang the bell before the service began. Common use: parish clerk, church clerk, village clerk.
Parish clerk.
Clerk most commonly means someone who works with papers, sales, records, or customer service in an office or shop. In more formal settings, it can mean a person with official administrative duties, such as a court clerk. In older or church-related language, it may also refer to a religious office holder. Notice the quiet hands that keep order moving, Captain. Carry clerk for the worker behind the desk or counter, for the official record keeper who supports the system, and for the older formal office holder tied to church life as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this carrying and movement island, tell me, what does carriage make you feel when it means a vehicle for carrying people, one section of a train, and the way a person holds and carries the body? Meaning 1. A vehicle used for carrying people, often pulled by horses in older settings. Used for the wheeled passenger vehicle seen in older transport. Example: the black carriage waited outside the harbor hall before sunset. Common use: horse carriage, royal carriage, carriage ride.
Carriage arrives.
meaning two, one section of a train that carries passengers, used for a passenger part of a train. Example: they found seats in the last carriage before the train left the coast. Common use: train carriage, first carriage, passenger carriage.
Last carriage.
Meaning three, the way a person holds and carries the body. Used for posture, bearing, and the visible way someone walks or stands. Example: her calm carriage made the whole crew trust her at once. Common use: proud carriage, graceful carriage, calm carriage.
Graceful carriage.
Carriage most commonly refers to an older passenger vehicle or a passenger section of a train, depending on the transport context. In a more descriptive sense, it can also mean posture or bearing, the way someone physically carries themselves. Notice what carries people and what carries presents, Captain. Hold carriage for the wheeled vehicle of older roads, for the train section that moves travelers onward, and for the posture that reveals quiet strength before a single word is spoken as we sail to the next island.